Okay guys, so in this one we're going to be setting up just the virtual machine that we're going to install FME Server Core onto, and we're going to do all of this in Azure as well, so let's get into it. Okay, so in your browser now, what you want to do is just go to portal.azure.com and then we'll log in. I'm going to use my Intelligence account. And we're going to have to assume that you have an Azure account already, otherwise just set one up, set up your subscription, so you have to put a credit card in or whatever. Most of you will probably be using your work environment one anyway. So once you're in, what we want to do is look for virtual machine, and right at the top here we'll go virtual machines. I've got nothing in here at the moment, so I'm just going to go create virtual machine. I'm going to use my default GeoFlip subscription. You guys can ignore that, you guys will have your own. We'll make a new resource group. We're just going to call it FME Flow. Hit OK. The virtual machine name for this one is going to be FME Flow Core, I think. You can call it whatever you want. I'm in Australia, so I think Australia East works for me. We'll leave the availability zone, just have it self-selected zone. And this one, you can have multiple zones as well. I think what that does is it makes virtual machines in all those zones. So we're just gonna have the one. For security type, I guess we'll have the default trusted launch virtual machines. Now for this one, what you want is a Windows machine. So you want Windows Server Data Center 2025. This is the newest one. We'll leave architecture the same. Haven't seen this before. Azure Spot offers unused Azure capacity at discounted rate versus pay-as-you-go prices. Tick that on if you want. I haven't seen that one before. Okay, but on here, you'll see that we've got these monthly costs here, and they can look pretty scary. But when we turn the machine off, you won't be billed that amount. Okay, so it's only while the machine's running. If you run the machine for an entire month, it would cost you $300 US that month. Okay, so you just need to be careful about that. For the size of the machine, I would recommend at least a 4 CPU, 16 gig RAM, okay? But more than that is probably better, especially if you're doing this for production. I'm gonna be blowing this whole stack away later, but if you're doing the same, just learning how to do this and set it up, then I still recommend using 4 CPUs, because if you go less than that and you're trying to click things on the screen, it's just really slow and really difficult. So recommend doing the 4 and 16 here. For the username, you can put whatever you want here. This is going to be the administrator account that gets set up for the first time when the machine gets spun up. So I mean, I can just call it FME admin, I suppose, and then you just put in a password. You can put your name in as well. It's just the admin user that you're going to use. Okay, so in here, we can see we've got this RDP access, that's remote desktop. We do need that turned on for now. And what we'll do is we'll restrict who can access that later on, because at the moment it's like sort of public. Okay, so we're going to also turn on HTTP and HTTPS. That's because FME Server Core allows you to connect to it and configure it through your web browser. Okay, so we'll have those two turned on. And don't worry about this warning for now, we will sort that out shortly. Let's go to disks. We'll go not now on that password thing. Leave all the disk stuff default usually. You can change the SSD size as well over here, and the type of SSD or hard disk that it's got. So I think we'll just leave it on the default, but if you care too much, like if you want to reduce the performance you're actually running this, you can go with a standard, for example, and then your price will come down, your monthly price. But I think we'll just go, maybe we'll go standard SSD. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we got networking. You can set some networking rules here, but it's really just what we did before. Yeah, we'll sort this out later. So let's just go to review and create. And this will take a second as well. So just give it. We'll probably just come back once this machine has been created. All right, we'll cut back. All right, so validation has passed. Now we are going to go ahead and click the create button. And this part will also take a little bit of time to finish spinning up. All right, so the deployment is now complete. That means our virtual machine is ready to go. So we go to resource. And inside the resource, we can see we have been assigned a public IP, so that's good. So the first thing we need to do is go into networking and network settings. Okay, and you can see down here we've got RDP port enabled, so that's 3389, but there's a little exclamation mark there. So at the moment, if we click on this, we can see anyone can connect to this, so any source. So what we want to do is just change this to my IP address, and you can see we've just got the IP address there. I've got this blurred out, obviously, just for my own safety, I guess. But your IP address, your public IP address will be here. So we'll just hit save on that. And that just allows you to go and connect to the machine via remote desktop, but only from your IP address. Okay, so we're ready to go now. So let's just click on overview here, and then we'll go to connect, click connect. And we can go download RDP file. And what this will do is just give you a remote desktop file that you can use to go and connect to the machine to see if it's all up and running. So we'll hit open. It looks like we can connect to it. It just gives you this warning saying, hey, you're about to remote into a machine that I don't really know about. So, I mean, we know it's good, so we'll hit connect. And then this is the login and password you set up earlier. You can see by default, it already has the FME admin user that we set up. And then this is just the password that we configured. And that's the user we will use to connect to the machine. Another warning, hit yes. And now we will log on to the machine. Okay, so on first logon, there's a few things that we need to configure for Windows, not too much. This is just the diagnostic data, so we'll just go required only, hit accept. And automatically it'll launch the server manager, which is handy, but we don't need it right now. So once this starts up, we'll go and turn all of these windows off. And now what we're going to do just to get things ready is get the FME installer. So open up Edge and just configure Edge, ready to go. And we'll continue with that. We just want the browser working. Okay, very good. Just leave it all default. And then what you want to do is just go to FME Flow download. And find the safe software link, and then this is what you want. So this is what it looks like at the moment at the time of recording this video, but you've always been able to download the software off of the safe site. It might just change a little bit, but anyway, we want the full download, okay, not the engine only. We want FME Flow full download, so we just hit download on that. And we'll allow that one to finish downloading. Okay, so that'll be it for this one. In the next one, what we're going to do actually is set up the database, because FME server needs a in a distributed setup anyway, FME server needs a database to store all of its job logs into, and some other configuration things. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to go into Azure and we're going to set up the database for it to use later. And in a later step, we will eventually run the FME server installation. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.